Howdy, partner. Yeehaw! Sit on down and listen in as Donna Lucas and Karen McGraw introduce SonWest Roundup VBS.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning. Are you guys all ready for the weekend? Woo! Yeehaw! We are going to have a rip-roaring good time this morning, and I am so glad to see each and every one of you here. I want to talk to you a little bit this morning about Vacation Bible School. And I know that all of you guys are in this room because you've done a Vacation Bible School, or you're considering doing a Vacation Bible School, or you just got put in a position and you don't know what to do with a Vacation Bible School, right? So you're all here to get a little bit of information about Vacation Bible School. Well, I want to talk to you and first talk about why. You know, we hear a lot of stuff in the industry, whether it's in magazines or we're reading blogs or we're hearing it on Twitter. And, is your church doing a VBS? I don't know whether we're going to do a VBS. Should we do a VBS? Shouldn't we do a VBS? Well, I think most of you guys in this room probably know where I stand on this one. Of course you should do a VBS. But why should you do a VBS? Well, because today's kids live in a really uncertain world. They live in a world where they don't quite know who's going to help me solve my problems. They don't necessarily know who's going to be there for me. And a lot of times we adults, even adults in ministry, we're not always the ones that are there keeping our promises. Parents aren't always there keeping their promises. And these kids are living in this shaky world. And because we adults aren't perfect and we can't solve all their problems or help them solve all their problems, who do they need? Jesus. They need Jesus. And VBS, Vacation Bible School, is the biggest program nationwide to introduce kids to Jesus. And that's the only thing that these kids are going to be able to take into their future. And so you hear a lot of conversation about, am I going to really do a VBS this year? It's only my church kids. We don't ever get anybody from the community. If your church kids are coming to know Jesus at VBS, why wouldn't you do VBS? Does it matter where they come from? As long as they come and learn about Jesus and they are introduced into a personal relationship with Jesus. It's not just about good time. It's about a good time with Jesus. There's a couple of reasons that I think you should use Gospel Light VBS. Gospel Light VBS introduces Jesus every single day to our kids. Every single day. And we provide that rich, trustworthy Bible content. You don't have to worry about the Bible content. You can go and you can worry about organizing. You don't have to add anything to it because every single day we give you conversation and tools where you can interact with a child and introduce them to Jesus and ask them if they want to be a member of God's family. In every teacher guide, we provide a focus on evangelism, which gives teachers the words to use if a child is asking about Jesus. It gives them the right words to connect what they're talking about today to that salvation relationship. So why use Gospel Light VBS? Well, it's easy for directors, it's easy for teachers, it's easy for volunteers to use. Okay, I'm going to be real. VBS is not easy. Anybody in this room think VBS is easy to do? It's not easy, but we provide a really easy step-by-step instruction book, and it's only 48 pages. You can literally sit and read this in a half an hour. Because we want to boil it down to what are the main things that you need to do. So we make the planning as easy as possible. You're planning a big event, and it's going to be so much fun, but we also know that you need training tools. So we provide an overview DVD that has training segments for every single one of your leaders, whether they're doing crafts or they're doing Bible Story Center or they're doing a music center. There are instructions on here for every one of them. On how to do their center, and they're in video. And we also provide a volunteer pocket guide, and this volunteer pocket guide is a great resource. Everyone can keep it right in their back pocket. That's what it's designed for. And this also will give them the tools they need to lead a child to Jesus, because that's what it's all about. The last thing I want to talk about with a Gospel Light VBS, you get access to a really vibrant community of users. There are over 5,000 people just like you on our My VBS Party site. And what you get on that site is so amazing. You not only get training videos, you also get the ability to glean ideas from people that are using the same programs you are. You get an opportunity to collaborate with other VBS directors all across the country. We make it as easy as possible for directors, teachers, and volunteers. Why else should you use Gospel Light VBS? We have reproducible music. And these songs are created just for your Gospel Light program. They are Bible content and daily verse songs, so they help to teach the Bible content, and they're great music. Any country western fans here? Yeehaw! But we don't stop there. When we talk about reproducible, there's a lot of other elements all throughout our program, whether it's art, whether it's coloring pages for preschoolers, whether it's articles for your leaders. There's all kinds of other reproducible things all throughout our course. Why Gospel Light VBS? You know what? We have lots of choices. You know, you don't need a different kit if you're going to do a daytime VBS or an evening VBS or a weekend VBS. You don't need a different program. You don't need different Bible content if you're going to do VBS in the evening. This kit, the Gospel Light program, and every Gospel Light program explains all different formats that you can use for our product. There are all different options in storytelling. If you're really dramatic, we've got options for you. If you're not, if you want to stick right to the scriptures, we've got options for you. Every possible configuration that we can come up with is included in this kit. We also give you 3 different levels of decorating, so you have choices on how elaborate you want to go. And we have a lot of versatile student materials. Those materials will not only save money, but they're also going to save you time. We have the best themes to choose from. They're creative, and they're award-winning themes. For the last couple of years, Gospel Light every year has been awarded the Retailer's Choice Award for the best VBS. This is a tried, true, and proven course. So any Gospel Light VBS programs will fit all of these. We also have different themes. We have 6 different themes this year that you can choose from. There is a theme to fit every format, every need, and every budget. So let's look at a day at SonWest.
Hey, I'm Corey. Listen, there's the funnest place to go this week. Wanna come? Let's go!
We're going to SonWest Roundup, and it's going to be really cool. I heard there's going to be some crazy games, awesome skits, really cool Bible stories, crafts, and oh yeah, snacks. Yum! I can't wait!
Wow! This is cool! Look at the big old cowboy. What's that? Cowboy boots. This is amazing. I can't wait to go to class. This is really cool. I think I can hear music. It's time to get started. Yeehaw! Come on!
It's so fun to see my friends and look at the stage. It's a whole town. Wow! I wonder what's going to happen there.
This fun is all for a reason. We want to introduce kids to the day's ultimate point and Bible verse. Assembly time helps them get ready to hear God's word, even while the laughter and singing gets them energized.
Let's all meet at the SonWest
I really like
Roundup.
this song. Can you get the motion? Try.
Saddle up for the SonWest Roundup. We're gonna ride, we're gonna ride. Bring your friends to the SonWest Roundup. Grab your hat and shout, yeehaw! Get along to the SonWest Roundup. We're gonna ride, we're gonna ride, we're gonna ride. We're gonna ride, we're gonna ride, we're gonna ride with Jesus Christ. Yeehaw!
This skit is so funny. It's about today's ultimate point. Ha ha ha! This is really funny.
The Bible stories are about Moses every day. But in every story about Moses, we find out how every story points to Jesus.
Jesus in the stories of Moses. Huh. Way cool. The Bible story time was really good. Sometimes they act out the Bible story. Sometimes we shout out stuff. Every day is a little different. I never know what they'll do next.
At Gospel Light, we believe it's wrong to bore kids with the Bible. So everything we do is designed to keep kids interacting because the Bible Story Center is the heart of VBS. We do all we can to help you connect kids to Jesus.
Come on, let's see what's next.
We played a game that helped us remember the Bible verse.
Our games are a ton of fun, but they also remind kids of the day's ultimate point. Like Corey said, the games help kids learn the Bible verse too. It's another way that everything we do, even games, helps point kids to Jesus.
It was fun to help make my own snack, and it tasted good too.
At the Snack Center, you have some relaxed time to build relationships. And it's all set up. You can choose a snack that reinforces the Bible story. Use our table talk cards to make every minute of that time point kids to Jesus, even while you have fun together.
And then we played outside. It was awesome. My team won. Yeah! It was so much fun. The game was way cool.
Even outdoor games give you a chance to link the daily animal and the ultimate point to what the kids are doing.
I was really surprised at craft time. I liked it. I made a leather wallet. Look, when I pull it out of my pocket, I remember to trust Jesus.
Our crafts are designed to get kids talking about the day's Jesus connection. We want to make it easy for every teacher in every center to talk about Jesus.
Let's all meet at the SonWest Roundup.
Okay, that was 3 hours and only 5 minutes. But you get the idea. VBS is great. It's fun. It leads kids to Jesus. What's not to like?
That's right, Corey.
Who is that guy? Howdy, partners. I'm telling you, we love SonWest Roundup. And your kids will too. So don't stand out in the pasture chewing your cud. Join the stampede.
Yeehaw!
I want to introduce now to you this lovely lady who's been standing next to me. Everybody, this is Karen McGraw, and she is our managing editor at Gospel Light.
Thanks.
Karen, I want to pass it over to you for right now.
Well, thank you. Well, Donna said my name's Karen McGraw, but y'all can call me Quick Draw, all right? And I'm really excited about SonWest Roundup, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the first day. Session 1, we're talking about the ultimate plan, and God has an ultimate plan for every single one of us, and we're going to talk about his plan for Moses in our Bible story. He was born to save the Israelites from slavery in Egypt, and in the same way, Jesus was born to save us from slavery to sin. Our stories are about Moses, but every single one of them points directly to Jesus. Every Bible story, every verse is about Jesus. We make that point with our ultimate connection sign. On one side, we have the ultimate plan, and on the other side, we have what we call the Jesus connection. God cared about the Israelites and sent Moses to help them. God sent Jesus because he cares about me. He cares about me. Each and every child will walk away knowing that Jesus cares about them. Another thing about every single one of our verses, they are all from the book of John, and they are all the words of Jesus. They are all words that Jesus himself said. So as our children are learning our Bible verses, they are learning the words of Christ himself and getting them into their hearts and their minds. And you know a really good way to get the words of God in the hearts and minds of children? Through music, that's right. Donna has already mentioned a little bit about our music, but I want to bring a few points home. Our music is reproducible. That is amazing. That means every child, every team member, every parent, every kid who isn't even at VBS, but they have a brother or sister who is at VBS, can have this music. They can play it in their cars, in their homes. It's fully reproducible. And that is an amazing gift that we give to our customers. And that and in turn, that they can turn around and pass on to the families that attend their VBS.
In a world of many problems, It's hard to know what to do, but Jesus came to show us no matter the problem he will come through. He said, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world. I believe that Jesus has the power. Well, I believe he's stronger than anything. Well, I believe that Jesus has the power. He has overcome and he can do anything. In a world of many problems, it's hard to know what to do, but Jesus came to show us no matter the problem, he will come through. He said, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world. I believe that Jesus has the power. I believe he's stronger than anything. I believe that Jesus has the power. He has overcome and he can do anything. Oh, he can do anything. You know, he can do anything. He's Jesus. He can do anything. He's Jesus. He can do anything. He's Jesus. He has overcome. He has overcome. He can do anything.
That is a great song, and you guys all just learned the verse for the day. So wow, great job. But you know, that's great for our kids to know. He can do anything. On day 2 at VBS, our kids are going to learn a really cool story about a bush that burns and doesn't burn up. And they're going to learn the story of Moses in the bush, and they're going to understand God's power, and they're going to learn that Jesus' power is big enough to overcome anything that they come against. At Gospel Light, like I told you before, we provide 3 levels of decorating for those people that just want to put a few posters up and maybe they don't have a lot of money to decorate their church. We provide in their kit. They get a complete set of their posters. They don't have to buy anything extra. They get those little samples of those little wall cutouts. So in your kit, you get all the posters you need. So the level 1 decorating is the simplest and easiest. Level 2 decorating is just adding all those things I just mentioned, stuff you can find in your garage or you already have at home. And then level 3 decorating is going all out. Whether you're painting backdrops or you're printing backdrops or you're printing big panels like we've done here, or painting these, all the patterns and everything is there for you to do it, but it is so easy. Just some simple things like hanging bandanas from the tops of walls and from the ceilings, hanging cowboy hats all over the place. Real easy ways to make the kids instantly walk in and have fun. And one of the reasons that VBS is so effective, even with church kids, is because you're taking them into a new environment. You're taking your church kids into an environment. There's something about taking kids into an environment that just helps lead them to that salvation with Jesus. So decorating is fun, easy, and kind of at your fingertips.
Let's talk about session 3. I think session 3 is a wonderful session. It's a very important session. It's kind of the central, it's the middle of the week, and it's the central focus of VBS. Passover rescue. This is the most important lesson because we're talking about Moses and the Passover and how death passed over the Israelites, and we're talking about how Jesus made a way for all of us to pass over death. Evangelism is not just for children at VBS, but for the families, because we think that it's very important to reach out beyond the threshold of the church and into the homes. And we believe that you can do that by contacting and getting a hold of those parents. We have a number of special events that we suggest churches do to bring parents into the church to learn what their kids are learning. In addition, we provide them with tools. We have parent newsletters, which are on the CD-ROM for the Director's Planning Guide. They can print it out, send it home with the kids. They can even email the parent newsletters home to the parents, and it tells the parents what the kids are learning about that day and has suggested conversation topics and activities for them as well. We also have 2 new things for SonWest Roundup to get those families integrated into what's happening at VBS.
Yeehaw!
One of them, let's hear a yeehaw! Yeehaw! One of them is up here, right here. It is the Parent Pocket Guide. For years, we have given our churches the volunteer pocket guide so that their volunteers have a little, see, it fits in your pocket. That's the size, it works. A pocket guide to talk to kids. Well, we have a parent pocket guide that can go home and parents can talk to their kids about the Bible stories, about the verses, and there are also some fun activities, anytime games. Another nice thing we're doing this year, which is brand new, yeehaw! Every one of our student guides has a suggested family activity in them. So when those student guides go home, it becomes a tool that the family can use to reinforce what kids are talking about at VBS. So evangelism is not just for the kids, but for the families as well. And as Donna mentioned before, I can't stress enough, there are a lot of kids who grow up in the church who make decisions for Jesus at VBS, because it's at VBS that they're asked to make a decision for Jesus Christ.
On session 4, they are going to learn about some really weird food that the Israelites ate in the desert. They're going to learn the story of the manna and the quail. And they are going to learn that the Israelites were given manna and quail not just to give them sustenance, but to teach them to trust God. To teach them to trust that every day God was going to provide their needs. Wow, is that something that we here need to remember? Every day, God provides for our needs and provides just what we need that day. But they're going to also learn that they can trust Jesus to help take care of them, to help provide their needs. God didn't just provide for the Israelites, but every single day, Jesus provides for us. But we want everything that you give kids at VBS to have a purpose, because I don't want to waste a single moment of their time on something that doesn't. So we have connection cards, and our connection cards connect our animal of the day with our Bible concept for the day. So the kids can take this card home, and they have the Bible verse on it, and then on the front side they have the ultimate rescue, and they have the concept for the day, the Jesus connection, because that Jesus connection is everything. Mm-hmm. So we have sets of connection cards for the kids. We also have something really fun for them this year. You know, back in the Old West, they didn't use the same kind of money we use. They used wooden nickels, right? Well, our wooden nickels talk about Jesus. Our wooden nickels talk about the fact that Jesus is perfect provision, and it has the reference for the Bible verse, that Jesus is God's ultimate plan and that he was born to save. So our wooden nickels, not only are they cute little coins, but they also will tell the kids every single day and give them a reminder about God's ultimate plan.
I love talking about day 5 because day 5 is about love, ultimate love, the ultimate love that God has for us and the ultimate love that we can show to others. Our Bible story is about the 10 Commandments, the laws of love, because the 10 Commandments, when you boil it down, it's all about how to show love to God and how to show love to other people. That's why in the New Testament, Jesus said, "A new command I give to you." This is the most versatile VBS ever. Whether you have an evening VBS, an afternoon VBS, a summer Saturday weekend VBS, a midweek program VBS, there are enough activities to make this VBS last all summer long.
I think that there's just so many reasons that you guys should check out Gospel Light VBS. But one of the reasons is I want to challenge you to pick the course that has the message that you would like to partner with tens of thousands of churches all across this country.
That's
because
right.
When you pick VBS, you're not just picking games and crafts. You are picking a consistent message. And as tens of thousands of churches all across the United States choose the same VBS, that is one consistent message for our kids. And at the end of summer 2013, it would be so awesome if kids across this country came away from the summer realizing that God's ultimate plan for them is Jesus.
Amen.
And so I want you guys to stand with me, and we are going to sing together that Bible verse. I'm not going to make you do motions, but I want you to listen to this song, and I want you to sing it. It's called I Am the Resurrection and the Life. And I want you to think about the kids in your community that need to know that Jesus is the resurrection and the life.
Every one of us needs rescue from sin. That's why Jesus came to die. Jesus told us if we put our trust in Him, we will have eternal life. Jesus rose up from the grave. Here's the promise that He gave. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live, even though he dies. I am the resurrection and the life. Every one of us needs rescue from sin. That's why Jesus came to die. Jesus told us if we put our trust in Him, we will have eternal life. Jesus rose up from the grave. Here's the promise that He gave. I am the resurrection and the life. Resurrection. I am the resurrection and the life. Resurrection. He who believes in me will live, even though he dies. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrection and the life.
Thank you. You guys, you can visit your favorite Christian retailer. Check out a VBS kit for a Gospel Light. It will change your summer. You can also go to gospellight.com and check out your VBS kits. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Woo-hoo!